At a high-profile charity gala packed with the elite, Elon Musk faced a moment that could have shaken anyone to their core. But what he did next left the entire room in stunned silence and turned an attempt at mockery into a lesson the world wouldn't forget. Stay with us as we unravel the electrifying story of how one brilliant comeback shut down a room and sparked a global conversation. The ballroom at the luxurious Starlight Grand Hotel radiated opulence. Glittering chandeliers cast a warm glow over a sea of polished faces, an exclusive gathering of the most powerful and influential individuals in the world. This wasn't just any charity gala. It was the kind that drew headlines not just for its cause but for the stories it inevitably birthed. In the far corner of the room, blending almost too seamlessly into the background, sat Elon Musk. Known globally for his groundbreaking innovations and eccentric persona, Musk's presence at the gala was anything but ordinary. He wasn't a man of quiet appearances, yet here he was, content to observe rather than take center stage. The evening unfolded gracefully, with laughter punctuating soft conversations and champagne glasses clinking in the background. However, a sense of anticipation buzzed under the surface. The keynote speaker, a celebrated journalist known for their biting wit and controversial takes, had been the talk of the evening. Their reputation for pushing boundaries preceded them, and the crowd was eager to hear what they had prepared. When the journalist finally took the stage, their presence was magnetic. The room fell silent, all eyes riveted on the figure now illuminated by the spotlight. With a charm that belied their sharp commentary, they began weaving a narrative that oscillated between humor and critique. The audience responded enthusiastically, laughing and nodding as the journalist dissected societal norms, political figures, and global issues. But then, the tone shifted. With an air of calculated audacity, the journalist ventured into personal territory. Their target? Elon Musk. "Now let's talk about the man who seems to have a rocket ready for every occasion," they quipped, earning scattered laughter. "Elon, the real question is, do you plan your tweets in orbit or do they just come naturally?" The remark drew more chuckles, but a few glances were exchanged. The journalist's comments grew bolder, their words cutting deeper. Musk, however, remained unmoved. Seated with a calm, almost detached demeanor, he appeared unbothered, his eyes betraying nothing. Yet the tension in the room was palpable. The journalist's final jab, a remark laced with humor but undeniably biting, left the room in uneasy silence. At that moment, Musk slowly rose from his seat. All eyes turned to him, the room holding its collective breath. What he would say next would not only redefine the evening but also create ripples far beyond the confines of the ballroom. As Elon Musk stood, his towering figure commanded the attention of every soul in the room. The journalist, previously brimming with confidence, now gripped the edges of the podium, their earlier bravado faltering. Musk's silence as he walked toward the stage was louder than any words could have been. His measured steps echoed in the hushed ballroom, heightening the suspense with every click of his shoes on the polished marble floor. Reaching the stage, Musk turned to face the audience. His gaze swept over the crowd, then settled on the journalist. With an expression that blended calm and conviction, he began to speak. "Thank you for the unique perspective," he said, his tone steady but carrying an undercurrent of sharpness that sent a ripple through the room. "It's always fascinating to hear how others view my life, especially those who've never walked a day in my shoes." The audience, initially tense, was now utterly captivated. Musk's voice, deliberate and firm, drew everyone into his orbit. "I've learned something about criticism," he continued. "It's easy to stand at a distance, make jokes, and throw stones. But it's far harder to build, to create, to innovate, to take risks that others wouldn't dare." His words landed with precision, striking a chord that resonated throughout the room. Musk didn't stop there. His tone shifted, becoming more reflective. "But let me share a truth that shaped my journey. Behind every public figure, behind every headline, there's a person, a human being. And humor that punches down, that aims to belittle rather than enlighten, says more about the speaker than the subject." The journalist, visibly uncomfortable, attempted a weak smile, but Musk wasn't addressing them directly anymore. His words had expanded to include everyone in the room, and perhaps even beyond. "We're living in a world that thrives on division," he said, his voice gaining momentum. "But imagine what we could achieve if we chose to uplift instead of tear down, if we used words to inspire rather than to diminish." A murmur of agreement swept through the crowd. Musk's ability to redirect the moment, to take what could have been a humiliation and transform it into a powerful statement, was nothing short of masterful. He paused, letting his words sink in before delivering his final thought. "I'm not here to win an argument. I'm here to build a future, and I invite you all to think about the legacy your words and actions will leave behind." With that, Musk stepped back, giving the journalist a polite but pointed nod. The room erupted into applause, tentative at first, then swelling into a standing ovation. Musk didn't bask in the glory. He simply returned to his seat, his expression as composed as when the evening began. The journalist, now overshadowed, looked down at their notes. Their carefully crafted moment of dominance dissolved into irrelevance. The thunderous applause echoed throughout the grand ballroom, reverberating with a collective sense of awe and respect. Elon Musk, now seated, appeared unaffected by the standing ovation that celebrated his words. His demeanor, calm and stoic, spoke volumes. He didn't need validation. His actions and resolve had already made their statement. Meanwhile, the journalists stood at the podium, their previously commanding presence now diminished. They attempted to recover, offering a faint smile and a half-hearted quip, but it was clear the moment no longer belonged to them. The energy of the room had shifted entirely, and all focus was now on Musk and the powerful lesson he had imparted. As the event drew to a close, snippets of Musk's speech began circulating on social media, recorded discreetly by several attendees. Within hours, the footage was trending across platforms, igniting debates and discussions worldwide. Elon Musk's classy takedown at the gala is a masterclass in grace under fire, one post read, accompanied by a clip of his poised rebuttal. Another comment summed up the sentiment of many. In a world of chaos, Musk just reminded us what dignity looks like. News outlets were quick to pick up the story with headlines like, "Elon Musk silences critic with powerful speech at charity gala," and "Musk's unexpected moment of leadership inspires millions." The journalist, facing mounting backlash, released a statement the following day, apologizing for their remarks. "My intention was to entertain, but I realize now my words missed the mark," they wrote. "I deeply regret any offense caused to Mr. Musk and others." However, the apology did little to quell the storm. Talk shows, podcasts, and social media platforms buzzed with heated discussions about the incident. Some praised Musk's response as a much-needed call for civility and reflection, while others critiqued the journalist's lack of professionalism. Despite the polarizing opinions, one thing was undeniable. Musk's speech had struck a chord that resonated far beyond the confines of the gala. For Musk, the aftermath of the evening seemed inconsequential. He returned to his work with the same laser focus that had defined his career, leaving the frenzy of attention behind. Yet the impact of his words lingered, sparking conversations about respect, empathy, and the power of restraint. Parents shared the clip with their children as an example of how to handle criticism with grace. Educators used it as a teaching moment, emphasizing the importance of choosing words that build rather than destroy. The gala became more than just an event. It became a moment of collective introspection. Musk's calm defiance and eloquent speech had reminded everyone of a fundamental truth. In a world driven by conflict and division, dignity and respect are rare commodities, but ones that hold transformative power. As the buzz eventually faded and the news cycle moved on, the memory of Musk's response remained a beacon for many. It was a testament to the strength of character, a reminder that in the face of provocation, rising above is often the most impactful choice. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more incredible tales that inspire and challenge us to be better. Let's keep this conversation alive and continue exploring stories that shape our world.